I'm making my dill flaky bread. It's buttery and crisp on the outside, chewy on the inside, and the dill adds fresh, herby springiness. It's gonna be so good. To start, I'll grab my dry ingredients for the dough, 3 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I'll also add 3/4 cup of cake flour, which will make for a more tender, flaky dough. Next, 4 teaspoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which will help the pancakes puff up. And next I'll add 3 teaspoons of salt, and then I'll add 1 1/2 cups of water. I'll make a well in the center of my dry ingredients and then pour the water right in, and that'll help the water incorporate. The dough is coming together, all the flour is incorporated. It's looking shaggy. Now that it's too stiff to knead it with my spatula, I'll turn it out onto my surface and knead it by hand. I'll press half of the dough away from me with my palm, fold it in half, rotate, and then do the same. This dough is smooth, a little sticky, and perfect. I'll form it into a ball, and I'll grab a clean bowl. I'll coat it with some olive oil so that the dough doesn't stick. And I'll cover it up. I want to let this rest for 30 minutes, and that'll allow the glutens to relax and make the dough easier to handle when I shape it into the flatbreads. My dough has rested, and now I'm ready to form my flaky breads. That's gorgeous. Ooh, it's so soft. I'll form this into a log and then cut it into 12 uniformly sized pieces. Now I'll ball them up. And to do that, I'm gonna take the ends and stretch them around so that I have a taut surface on top. The balls are looking great. I'll cover these up so that they don't dry out while I'm working with them, and grab my remaining tools. I've got my rolling pin and a plate and a stack of wax paper, which will help me roll these out. And now I need the star of the show, my butter. I've got a lot of butter, which is always the sign of a good recipe. And I'm gonna rub it all over my work surface. And now I'll take a ball of dough, I'll give it a pat, and then I'm gonna add another pat of butter on top. And I'm gonna gently massage the dough out until it forms a big, flat, almost translucent circle. Once the dough is very thin to the point where I can basically see my counter through it, I'll sprinkle it with some dill. Now I'll roll it up like a jelly roll, taking care not to let the dough tear. And now I'll curl it up like a snail. Just like that. Now to flatten this into my flatbreads, I'll grab 2 pieces of wax paper and I'll sandwich it between. And this is so that it doesn't stick. And then I'll use my rolling pin to roll it out into a round that's about 6 or 7 inches in diameter. I can see those speckles of dilly green. I'll peel the top layer of wax paper off. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm gonna put this on a plate and then I'll keep on rolling my dough discs. I'll put them in my pan and cook them on both sides until golden. And because of all the butter, I don't even need to add oil to the pan. It's getting browned on the bottom, so it's ready to flip. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. This needs just another minute or 2 on the other side, and then I'll transfer this over to my wire rack so that it stays crispy. I'm gonna keep on frying these until they're golden, and then I'll keep them in the warm oven until the party. Oh yeah.